Yeah.
It's funny how every place the tires
I know.
and I don't know. I mean, you could tell me. I mean, I thought about, well, maybe I should have come out here with just the hose and flooded every place the tire went, but
I mean, I did 35 the same day that I did yours, and I don't see it anywhere else. It's just your yard. They were all under some drought stress when I was driving through. I noticed a few leaf blades that looked like they had some fungus on them, which could have just exasperated the stress where my tires were at.
And you know, like, what would the fungus have been?
There's
from?
some. It's either fungus or spider. Well, just the environment that we're growing in right now. I mean, the only other main contributing factor would be like what your watering schedule.
And I mean, I water probably maybe twice a week. I mean,
What time do you start it in the morning at?
Well, usually I get up at 6, you know, and let it run through, or else I have run it in the evening. But now I know the Kim and Denise, they water a whole lot.
Well, evening times would be a contributing factor. You don't want the grass to be wet going into darkness at the end of the day. So like, I wouldn't want to water any earlier than like 4 in the morning. If you're waking up at 6 and doing it, that's perfect. I mean, that's a great time. Just the evening times can contribute. Plus, the humidity in the last 2 weeks has been unreal.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm certainly seen some spots. I'm putting down some fungicide. It's just not normally widespread.
But what's weird is, why is it only on your tire tracks?
That's where I drove, and so the plant was under drought stress, possibly, and potentially some fungal stress. You drive over it, and it's another stress. It's like when you drive through, really, I mean, I didn't notice it being this drought stressed, but drought and heat stress grass with a lawnmower, a lot of times you'll see your tracks right afterwards. And it does look like it's regrowing. I mean, there's some plant material, green, still in here. So it could have just damaged the leaf tissue. And then, like, I went back and looked too. May 21st last year is when you texted me about the spot in the front yard.
Yes.
Not on tire tracks, but very similar looking damage, and it regrew. So I would certainly err on the side of, granted, we just got some good moisture, there's potential more moisture, keeping it really well watered 3 times a week, at least 6 in the morning for 30-40 minutes a zone for a couple of weeks to get it to rebound. I mean, I've been puzzled. I'm spot spraying weeds right now, so I'm not blanket spraying a herbicide necessarily. It's the pre-emergent, which would be a herbicide, but I'd be floored if I were to get this from that. If it was a weed killer herbicide style, this would definitely be in the risk factor category. And then a soil surfactant to help the water penetrate the soil deeper, to push the roots a little bit better, because all the drought stress we've been seeing. The 2 of those are the only ones that I blanket sprayed for you. Everything else is spot spray. So that's where I'm like, something in my mix as well, I'd expect to see it in everybody's yard. Or there was a very isolated gas puddle or something I shouldn't have, Roundup puddle. I drove through that, but even then, it's not severe over the whole yard. Like if it was gas or Roundup, you'd see it really bad for the first 2 minutes, and then the back would fade. But you have some all over to some degree.
Yeah.
So I'm slightly puzzled. Wanted to more or less just come and see what it looks like to see if it'll recover.
Well, and I thought, you know, with the 3 inches of rain we got, I thought, okay, well,
that's probably good.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it'll probably would have been way worse.
And so, and you're right. We're supposed to another chance. I mean, I think tonight.
Every day has something.
So
we live in Kansas.
But I wanted you to come and look at it, because it was like, wow, this is just so weird.
I 100% agree with you.
And it would have even been different if it would have been a track here.
Right.
And this track over here. But
it's the whole yard.
You can see the whole yard.
I know. I'm taking pictures and video. I'm going to send it to my chemical rep. He's my go-to guy on questions, and it's just bizarre. Like, then it's kind of really bad right here, a little bit worse over there, but not this bad over the whole thing.
I mean, this I'm definitely seeing some fungus in. That guy, that guy, that guy.
And so, do you, any of the other sprays that you've done weren't for fungus?
No, I don't traditionally do it as a blanket because it's so rare, I want to say. I mean, hardly ever see. If you do, it's not to this severity.
Well, and what's really strange for me is, and I'm kind of a water miser, it's strange that I would have fungus, but Kim and
Well,
Louise don't.
that's not necessarily, I would say, strange to me. It can be isolated based on, say, for instance, I'm not saying you did.
Yeah.
You watered 2 or 3 evenings in a row, and they didn't do any of that. So you were at a heightened risk of catching fungus.
The thing is, they have their waters. I think Kim says it comes on at like 2 in the morning, and it
Sure.
runs for 7 hours.
Sure,
And so it's like,
I know. I've always told people you can't compare over the fence. I mean, you have your own environment right here, and
Yeah.
right next door can be completely different. To where,
well,
I mean,
hey, I appreciate you coming over.
I would
Take
expect
a
this
look.
to recover. Just because I'm seeing green. If it was torched, dead completely, no green inside, okay, I'd be looking at doing an overseeding for you. But I think I think there are factors that contributed to it that were one-off, because otherwise, again, I had
Yeah.
35 that same day. I did your neighbor literally right after.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know you did.
And several right down in there as well. So it's like, it's got to be something unique to your yard. Could have been drought, fungus, additional stress combination led to this. Additional stress. Just wait and see. This should recover.
Okay.
If it continues to get worse in 2 weeks and you're watering 3 times a day or a week, let me know for sure.
Okay. Well, I was about ready to come out like here.
Well, there might
of
be
the
some
bad
spots, but
and
you'd be surprised.
Reseed it, but don't do that.
Like even with army worms, I've seen cases and dealt with where this whole backyard, even down here, I mean, closer to the golf course, there was a backyard that we didn't get to it soon enough, and it was, I mean, we're gonna be
thought it was
reseeding
gone.
for you. Yeah. And this year, I'm not saying it came back 100%, but 95,
Yeah.
where you just lose the leaf tissue, and then the crown is still there, the roots are still growing and active, so you're trying to keep that healthy.
Right.
You get it to regrow, and
Right.
you'll be surprised, Lord willing.
Well, and I say this, if we went up there, maybe I'm wrong. You know, it's kind of like where the trees shade, then the marks kind of faded out.
It most likely,
And-
including that drought and heat stress into the equation, the shade keeps it cooler.
Yeah.
The moisture in the soil longer. There are factors to it that it benefits from.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see it too bad in this area.
No.
It was, to my knowledge, around 80 degrees when I came and sprayed, which is within the realm of spraying.
Yeah.
Especially
Oh, yeah.
on just a pre-emergent and a soil moisture management. I mean, if it was like I said, a blanket spray herbicide, I'd probably be saying, yeah, I did something with that chemical right there, but I don't know. And it's
Well-
not everywhere. It's just your yard.
Well,
Everybody
and-
else wasn't watering that great too, because I was drought stressed throughout this whole thing.
And I thought, well, it's weird because between the tracks, you can see that the grass is fine.
Right.
So I thought, well,
gotta
okay,
be.
is there something about when you sprayed and the tires run over that spray?
Well,
does
you
it do-
can. That's where the risk is added. Is your tires are accumulating product as you're driving through the yard, so you do have a
I
concentrated
see what
amount
you
there.
mean,
But
yeah.
that's what's a little bit. Again, there's always something new I'm learning. But a pre-emergent and a soil surfactant, I'd be shocked if that would do that. I mean, I'm not saying recommending anybody try it, but you could probably pour those products on the grass and it wouldn't do anything to them. Don't
hey,
try it, but
like I said, I
it's
appreciate
definitely
it.
a risk. And that's where it's even like it could have been a lawnmower too. If the chemical, take that out of the equation, if a riding lawnmower went over this
Oh,
the next day or something, it could have gone, because it does that all the time, you see.
yeah. But
And in the
That's the
pictures,
old fish
I know the wheels looked a little bit wider in the pictures, and so I'm going, man, maybe it's a riding lawnmower. But then you'd see some here where I'm like, he'd have to have like a 72-inch deck cutting this for that to work. I don't think that can be it. But seeing it, I'm like, yeah, you're about 34 inches wide, and that's about my pass.
Now mine's
Yeah.
just a little 22
Small
inch
guy.
Toro.
Yeah,
I wish I had a bigger one.
sure.